Everyone, sorry I had to restart. I lost my with this game. Let me just say that I lost my you know what in this game, so I had to restart the freaking episode. Sorry. I'm telling you, this game, right? Let me just say, this game, like, it's not fair. The way this game is, you're playing on a difficult level that you're comfortable with. I literally could not get the bloody ball off Leicester City. Leicester City. And look at this lineup and then you tell me who in that team is making this team so good that you can't get the ball off them. I've won on this difficulty level on FIFA 21. I've won the league 4 times. 3 times. I played, 4 times, yeah. Played 4 seasons, I won the league 4 times. I've won the treble 3 times. I've won like more than 15 trophies with Man United on FIFA 21. And now I'm playing a Leicester City side where you literally cannot get the ball off them. You cannot get the fucking ball off them. So I lost myself, so I'm still a bit freaking mad about it, but since we didn't have 1 million viewers watching, started over. I'm so thinking, you know what, every time this game does it, and it usually happens the first 3-4 months this game is being released. The last couple of months this game is pretty much alright. But the first couple of months this game is like FIFA 22, FIFA 21, FIFA 20, they're atrocious, these games. Because they freaking released broken games. Look at this. So you looked at the lineup and you can tell me who is good in that team. Because I don't see it. Like this is not even, like my settings are not even working right. This is not even the defensive settings I'm on. The way the team defends. The gameplay. It is not right. And it's not about losing or anything, it's about like I feel I'm on legacy defending, this is not legacy defending. Leicester City who has nobody, the front four, there's nobody of quality there. There's no quality players, but you can't get a freaking ball off them. They just freaking pass the ball into the net every time. Like this game is unplayable, and yet again it's because it was just released last week. So because it's a new game, we're gonna have to wait 2-3 patches to get a decent game out of FIFA. Because they always must release a broken title. Every installment of this game is always broken for the first couple of months. And I'm tired of this bullshit. Now I'm gonna have to just freaking, if we win we win, if we lose we lose, whatever. I'm so fed up with this freaking FIFA. And the worst thing is I like it, but like every time the game does this to me, it just pisses me off. Like this is the way it's supposed to go, right? Because we as a team, me as having playing more than comfortable on this difficulty, should be beating Leicester City. But as soon as Leicester City gets the ball, like they're untouchable, they're playing like they're the best team in the game, and they will score. And if this is like, if this is not scripting at its worst, then I don't know what is. Because if this was the Liverpool game which we are playing today, then it would be fine, you can understand it, because they're a decent side. But why are we playing like so hard against the Leicester City side? If I after this game I have to look at the league table, you'll see why I said it. Look at that! Look at this bullshit! Fuck you.
So a level contest, 1-1. Sliding in, winning the ball, and what's more, they've kept it. A lot of forward thrust here from Ronaldo. Now what can he do from this excellent position? Lookman. And players waiting in the centre. Beautiful pass. Lacazette prepared to fire. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties.
Like, I don't even know what to say about this game.
With no alternative, compelled to stop play.
Who's injured now? Okay, I have to bring on the shit player to play.
So a drop ball here.
It's gonna be 2 months, because typically it's gonna be 2 months. Always 2 months. And if you don't understand why I'm getting angry, then you haven't played this game long enough. Then you haven't played hundreds of games in FIFA to understand why I'm getting pissed off at this gameplay. Like, there's no way I should be having like this hard time against Leicester City. No fucking way. There's no way I should be struggling against this team. Yet I am. Because this game, there's like a high element of scripting in this. There's more scripting in FIFA than there is in a story-driven game. Let me tell you that.
And did well to keep hold of it while waiting for the support to arrive. An opportunity to forge ahead from this corner situation.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Yesterday, we saw in a game, whichever game it was, you could see they are making 6-7 saves in that game. Whatever, I can't remember which game it was, but in one of the games he made 6, 7, 8 saves against Leicester City. They got like it's reverting back to FIFA 21 goalkeeping. Are you telling me Lacazette is that good? If I had to guess Lacazette, if he's 80 rated, I'd be surprised at this point in his career.
Oh, great defending. Lookman. James Maddison.
Then they have players like Lookman, Sumare, Corona. Madison, like, they have no quality, but yet they're playing 10 times better than Man United. And yet again, if I had to look at the table, I bet you they're probably barely in the top half. If I had to look at the table now, because I doubt they're in the top 6, or even close to the top 6.
It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in.
Well, United have certainly controlled the ball, as you can see. But with the talent they have on show here, the lack of quality in the attacking third has been a real disappointment. They need to play with more urgency to win this one.
Fluency of movement. Well, I think a classic commentator's curse just then. Couldn't make the ideal pass. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Well, that'll be a free kick. Well, some referees might have elected.
Just take the kick. It's a game. You don't have to think. You're AI. You're already cheating. So you're not like you have to think about where to put the bloody ball. Yeah. Just keep past this. Well, I don't want to see this.
Well, it was apparently a bookable offence.
Well, no debate over that one. It's a yellow card all day long.
And disappointingly, straight into the wall. Options in the middle. That is is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances.
Yes, yet again.
And there it is.
Yet again, my players are running in quicksand. Yet again. Yet again is this quicksand pace that you have when you're on the attack. You have a player that has 90 pace, but it feels like his pace is 65.
And room now out on the wing. The end product just wasn't there.
And it's not about not winning. It's about the quality I'm playing against. Like, this does not make sense.
Madison.
Struggling against Leicester City.
And the counter-attack is on. Options available. All hands on deck. Well, so many possibilities, but it didn't happen for them. Marcus Rashford. Madison with it. Fruitful looking attack. They do pass the ball with authority. Ndidi. Now with Lacazette. In position here to protect the ball. Lacazette. He got nothing but ball. He's conceded the corner.
Well, they haven't had too much to cheer about for a while now, but the goal would be a huge bonus here.
And over comes the corner. Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. And he's got the
What? Where? Who are these players? Who are these players that are actually shit that all of a sudden are turning into the top world 11? I'm telling you, they're turning into the bloody world 11, this Leicester City side.
So they're playing once more.
Leicester City side who has fucking shit players. When I play against them now, they're the world 11.
James Madison. Excellent vision. But I must say it did look so promising. But
Yeah, skip the fucking bullshit. Skip the subs. I don't want to see them making subs.
Run, but he's made it too early.
tackling and winning the ball to boot. It's a good Leicester move in the making.
Yeah. Script the fucking goal. Script the fucking goal.
Credit is due for that good piece of defending. Madison.
Script the goal. Come on. Give them a goal. Give them a goal. Because that's what the game wants. The game wants them to score. Look, I literally cannot make a fucking tackle. I literally cannot make a tackle in this game.
Well, they're keeping their opponents moving.
Like, not that I've never won on this difficulty. They're making it seem like I've never been able to play on this difficulty. When I've won multiple titles on this difficulty. With this team.
And it's in. A goal for Manchester United.
But yet, make Leicester City into the world 11 when you're playing against them. Because that makes sense.
Well, here it is again, and what a perfect cross into the box this is. Just in
And I'm telling you, I'm gonna look at this league table now. And I'm sorry for raging, but this game brings the rage out of me. And I'm gonna look at this table, and I bet you they barely make the top half.
And showing
Oh, of course they're gonna pull my player into an offside position. Because it's another element of scripting. Why does the AI put your player always into offside? Like, literally when they're off camera. I cannot see where they are. I know he's there. I know he's supposed to get the ball. I know if I make the through ball, he'll get the ball. Yet the game puts them offside.
Jadon Sancho. Aware of the threat, solving the problem. Sancho. And a goal! In the lead again, fully deserved.
This is what pisses me off. Like, I know Sancho is there. I set my team up then that if I have the ball with Bruno and I make the through ball to Sancho, he's gonna get the ball. 9 times out of 10 he's gonna get the ball. But what's happening is, he's off camera. I can't see if he's onside. So I'm assuming he will be onside. But then the AI on purpose makes sure that your player is offside. so that when he gets the ball, you can't do anything. Now, I'm not even celebrating this goal, because the way this game has been going is bullshit. Because I don't trust that they're not going to score again. And look how they're always onside. Look that no matter what they do, they're always onside. Telling me this like it's not suspect to you. That their place is always onside. Like you can't control if your player is offside or not if he's not on camera. There's no way for you to tell him he's onside. That's why I didn't know Sancho was offside. I made the perfect pass towards him to get an attack.
Well, I'm not sure how he's missed the target from there. That's a poor effort.
And it is substitution time at this juncture, not just from one side, but from both.
So I'm sorry for raging, guys, but again, I don't like raging. But this is the only game that really does this to me. Like I always have an element of complaining about stuff, but like I only ever rage on FIFA. You'll never hear me raging on Red Dead Online, or raging in Fortnite, or raging in GTA Online, or whatever. Whenever I'm on the mic, you'll never ever hear me raging. You'll hear me complain sometimes and say I'm not happy about something, but I'm always pretty calm about it. But this freaking game, I'm telling you, it drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely crazy that you're playing a Leicester City side who has no quality in their team. Probably the only really decent player they have is Maddison. All around him is shit. But yet they're playing like they're the best team in the game. They're playing like they have the world 11 in their starting 11. That's what's annoying me. If I was playing, we're playing Liverpool later. So if I lose against Liverpool, I'm gonna have to take it on the chin. If I'm having a tough time against them, I'm gonna have to accept it, but not against Leicester City. There's no way Leicester City is in my league. And I'll honestly be surprised if they're in the top 8 of the league table. I'll even see where they would be if they won this game. So I will give them points according to a draw, a win and a loss to see where they are on the table, because I doubt they're even doing this well in the league. That's what's annoying me about this game. But the whole FIFA franchise basically. Yes. Game over. After freaking raging, and my dog is shaking her ass off here next to me because she thinks I'm angry at her. So yeah, I do apologize for the raging, but I hope you guys understand why I get angry like this. Or at least if you don't understand, at least know me by now that 9 times out of 10 when we do a FIFA stream, the rage is gonna come out, because it always comes out. And just basically to prove to you that it's this game that's upsetting me, go listen to me when I play Fortnite. Just do yourself that favor. Go watch one Fortnite stream I'm doing. Listen how calm I am, even when I'm struggling. Even when I'm doing a death run and I'm struggling to get past, I am pretty relaxed. And that's what they freaking deserve. You know what's annoying? Like this game, they probably had 2 decent chances and they scored. When yesterday they made save after save after save after save. And in this game you can't make a save. Which reminds me, this week we're only doing FIFA. Tomorrow we're doing Red Dead Online because of the weekly update. Thursday we're gonna do GTA. Because Monday my uploads is probably gonna be a lot less than normal. So I will still carrying on doing FIFA, Red Dead Online, GTA, Fortnite. But for the other uploads I'm doing, it's probably gonna be a lot less. So this week I really want to push the other stuff I'm busy with to try to get as far as possible with the other things and see if I can't finish it. But this game, it upsets me, I'm telling you. And you know what, the worst thing is that this is like Stockholm Syndrome with FIFA. So if you don't know what that is, you're basically if someone gets kidnapped, they show empathy towards the kidnappers and they don't want to leave them. This is the way I feel about FIFA. Like, even though this game is just upsetting me every time I'm playing it, I still love playing it. Come on, man. Dude, honestly, I'm not even happy I won that game. This is how angry that game made me. That Leicester City, and let's just for interest sake, 3 months, Declan Rice, nice, you're out for 3 months, most important player. I'm very curious to see where they are. 9th position, right? So before our game, they won 3, lost 2, draw 2. They didn't even do well in the league. Yet they're playing like the best team in the game. How is that? I don't understand that. Like, it's always these shit teams that if you look at the league table, they're doing piss poor, but yet when you're playing them, they're the best team you're playing against. Or another thing that happens in this, like the franchise, not FIFA 22, the franchise, is the people, and you'll see this like after like 25 games of the league. The player that scores against you in that game maybe scored once in the whole league. Like, scripting. Players that are useless playing good when they play against you. A team that's got 11 points after how many games? 7 games? Are playing like the best team in Europe. In the game, never mind. When they play against you. Yet they can't pick up any points when they're not playing against you. Doesn't make sense. This game, we have to win this game. We have to win this game. We have actually 2 big games coming up. This game and the Liverpool game. It's still early in the league, but Liverpool are gonna be the team that's gonna be chasing the title. I can already see that. So we have to get a win against them. Right. You see, I'm gonna have to start with these players that are a little bit tired and maybe bring them off in the second half. Because I can't replace Pogba with Pedri. We need Pogba in this team. at least for the first half. So we need to get a strong start to this game and get the grip of this game and like take an early lead or something.
The pre-match talk centres on Ronaldo. A hat-trick in his last game. Will he prosper once more? We'll have the action on EA TV. Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray, and with me here on the commentary box is Stuart Robson. And what we have for you is group stage action from the UEFA Champions League. It is Young Boys taking on Manchester United.
Well, thanks, Derek. These nights are always special, and this shouldn't be any different. Everything is set up for a great game here. I'm really looking forward to this one.
You know, it's just a shame that we can't have music on YouTube because I'm gonna get copyright strikes and stuff. Yeah, we needed this anthem to be playing.
This is the lineup for the home team.
Well, it's the basic 4-4-2 formation, but played well it can be really effective. And key to its success are the wide midfield players. They have to be fit, they need to be able to run with the ball, and they need to double up with their fullbacks. It's a really tough role for them.
Well, Manchester United have chosen this particular shape. David De Gea stands between the posts. Rafael Varane plays with Matthijs de Ligt in central defence. Fred starts alongside Bruno Fernandes in central midfield.
Hopefully this is more realistic because I don't like, and I've seen this so many times that when in the league, I don't know why the league is always, games are always difficult in the league. I don't know why. Maybe it's my mentality or something that it makes it feel like that.
And overcame the ball from the flank, but dealt with in the end. Fred. A terrific pass.
Yes. You see, that's what we need. We need to take a grip of this game before half time. So if Pogba gets tired, and I think Varane is also tired, they get tired and I have to make subs that I can bring them off. Because, like, we need to, we can't, like Young Boys, the 2 games against Young Boys we need to win. So we win those 2 games and we get what, we have 2 points now, 5, 8. And maybe 1 win or 2 draws from the other 2 games, then we should be fine. I don't care about top place, top spot in the group. I just want 2nd place in the group.
1-0 then.
But usually when we get like 3 or like 9, anything between 9 or 10 points usually gets us over. So at least in the game it would.
Fans will be hoping for a much better performance tonight. You'd expect that they might bounce back after what can only be described as a disappointing showing so far in the group stage.
Imagine that was a penalty.
I fully expected them to go through, if not top this group. They need to get a result today, that's for sure.
Sancho. Sancho. Not the best clearance. And in the end, no damage done.
Penalty.
Oh, that'll be a free kick.
Free kick. Penalty. What? Okay. Please, fix your game. They call penalty kicks free kicks. The fixtures aren't right. We get loud static off in a post-match interview. I'm telling you, they always release broken game. Like, if you want to buy this game, if you haven't bought it, wait till January and then buy it. Then you'll buy a game that isn't broken. Say, like FIFA 21 was the same. It also was full of problems before they fixed it. Ask anyone. I mean, on FIFA 21 you had your manager in a full kit, walking around like an idiot. That lasted about 3 or 4 months.
Let's look at that once again, because penalties don't get much better than this. Struck high into the corner, it was never in doubt that he would score.
So 2-0 now. Mohamed Ali Kamara. An attack full of promise. And offside.
Wow, they're offside. Can you believe it? The AI never gets called offside. I'm obviously talking nonsense. They do get called offside.
Bruno Fernandes.
Just feels like they almost never get called offside.
Given away by
Ah,
Manchester United.
red.
Bachu. Dangerous looking attack.
Idiot.
Disappointing touch really, and it's going to be a goal kick here. Well, the pass not finding its
What
target,
the frick? What even was that?
but it could run onto it here. Oh, marvellous
Oh shit, what was that? What are you doing, De Lucht? Matthijs, wat maak je?
Miralem Suleimani. Vincent Sierro.
Like, this is not legacy. I'm telling you, this is not legacy defending. I think legacy defending is broken.
Really would have changed the equation had it
I like legacy defending. I don't play Ultimate Team.
That may just have given them some hope.
So, I know on Ultimate Team you're gonna have to play on tactical. I've always liked legacy defending. And this does not feel like it. Maybe I'm imagining it, but I doubt it.
danger here as he runs at them. Rashford in the middle, and the danger's still on. Keeper did his job to begin with. Fred.
Damn it.
Pogba.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful stuff as they accelerate away from the opposition.
It's actually a bit fortunate that goal, to be honest.
This is a wonderful strike. He makes the perfect connection, and he has so much pace on it. It's a great goal.
Everything just kind of fell into position there.
On they go again, and United beginning to run away with this. Making use of his physical strength to hang on to it.
It's good because I need to bring Pogba off and one of the defenders, I think it's Varane or De Ligt, I'm not sure which one. So they're going to be very fatigued by 60 minutes.
Bachu. Vincent Sierro. And he takes it on, and the keeper flings himself at the ball.
Don't fling yourself, catch it.
So the corner played into the box, making sure nothing untoward happened. That's a lovely ball. Will it happen for them? Sandro Lauper. Very quick thinking there. It might be perfectly set up for the counter.
Yes, come on.
You know. Will it be sufficiently imaginative?
Nice.
It's gone in, and now a chance for them to revel in the moment.
Well, Let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick, and he makes the finish look so easy. What a good goal that is.
Well, you've got to say, an incredible first-half performance. That scoreline tells you all you need to know.
Like this game was very important because we started this group stage very badly.
Well, strong play here.
And even though we'll most likely win, we can't afford to concede goals because goal difference might be a thing. We might rely on goal difference. Who knows?
Corner kick played in. Not fantastic defending. Let's see if it helps the opposition. Danger averted for now. This looks promising out wide.
Why are you getting beaten by that player? That's what I want to know.
Losing possession. Rashford. Ronaldo.
Cheers, Ronaldo.
It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of that performance.
Well, here's the replay, and just look how quickly they break forward once they win the ball back. And then the finish is fairly simple in the end. That's a good goal.
My goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match.
Dun, dun, dun.
And possibilities here. Brilliant save.
So I'll probably bring Pogba off early on
And he's fired over the
and
corner.
whoever else early
Convincing
so that they can be nice and rested for the Liverpool
on
game.
the counter-attack. And Cristiano Ronaldo waiting. And clears his lines. Sancho with a textbook.
He was gonna be offside anyway.
So the whistle.
Let me see. I think let's bring Pogba and Varane off straight away. Give them enough time to rest order because I think the next game is pretty close. I think let's give Bellingham a game. He really hasn't played. I think he might have played one game, if that.
Then we're at the half. Fred.
So we also need them to draw. If the other game in our group is a draw, then that will be perfect.
Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly.
Because if they draw, then we'll level, and then with this result, we'll probably be top of the group.
Laufer.
But we're gonna have to rely on the draw. That's what I'm saying. 10 points should get you out of the group stage easily.
And continues his run. Sierra. On the ball, Sebastian. And there to intervene. Breaking at pace.
Oh,
Took care of
what
the
this?
situation defensively.
Like this is the second time that's happened, where the game almost freezes.
Live with us here on EA TV. It's Manchester United facing West Ham United.
Well, it's great to have a break from the league.
Thing is, I doubt it's my console because I don't really get problems because I actually service my PlayStation when it's time to service it. So I mean, even though it's old, it's
Rivet in here,
pretty new
and
still
they'll get ready for the throw.
in its performance. So
And with play stopped, they will make the change now.
but seeing that in FIFA the game almost freezing, I'm pretty sure it's the game,
Good high press
and not even my disc, but the game.
and diving to thwart it. And now the delivery.
You know what? I know why games like FIFA is always getting released like this with a bunch of glitches and bugs in. You know how many months they spend every time after release on Where is it? Okay, so now they released FIFA 21, I don't know when, right? But probably 5-6 months after that they were still fixing problems in the game. So they probably spend most of the next 12 months they should be dedicating to the next title in fixing the game that they already released. And then they have to rush the release of the next title. That's what's going on, why these games are always broken when they get... Like, it's not unplayable broken, but it's annoying, these small things in the game that's not right. I know most of you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, that's a really good authoritative tackle. Throw in here.
But this is also the problem with stuff that's getting released annually. Like, it's this rush to get it released at a certain time every year, and then it's not a decent game. And like, you're actually in a catch-22 because what are you gonna do? You're gonna, if you like FIFA, what are you gonna do? Play an old game? Are you gonna play an old game when there's a new one out? No one's gonna do that. Like, as soon as 22 came out, I stopped playing 21. I'm not gonna play 21 again. If I ever play it, I'd be surprised. I'll probably play it, but I won't play the games. I will just sim a career mode like I did that in FIFA 15. I simulated a career mode. But like, you can't play the old game because then you're coming back to 22 and you want to play that, and like the gameplays aren't exactly the same. So you can't do that. You can't play an old game once you have a new game.
Could be a chance to break here. And the cross is very much on. No real challenge.
No, that was never getting anywhere close.
Jordan Lepore. Sibachu.
See, I turned Bellingham into a CDM. So Bellingham and Rice is actually my CDMs. Fred is, I sold Fred. He's gone. He's leaving in January. So I'm thinking about actually getting a goalkeeper in. It's not gonna my first team. I'm gonna buy Donnarumma next season. So the goalkeeper I buy this season will be my backup next season. Right, let's make another change here. Now what I want to see is, I want to see stamina. Who has the lowest stamina on the first team players? It's gonna be Ronaldo. So I think that Liverpool game is like 3 days away.
And he's just pulled off an absolutely stunning save.
It has to be.
That is brilliant.
And over comes the corner. Oh, there it is!
First touch of the ball, nice.
And it speaks to the quality of that performance.
That, like, one thing, the goalkeeping is better, even though
Certainly delivering to the box couldn't have been any better.
I don't know what happened in the Leicester game. That's over now. We're not going to talk about that anymore. But the goalkeeping is better. The corners are also a lot better. I'm scoring more from corners than I used to. Like, even just a couple of games into this career mode, I already tell overall I'm going to score a lot more from corners than I used to. I rarely scored from corners in FIFA 21. But on FIFA 21 I used to score a lot from free kicks. I haven't really gotten a lot of free kicks, but we'll see, because free kicks were overpowered in 21. I don't really have a good frame of reference for that one yet.
that's an important intervention. Sancho, he got in the way of that cross. It has gone over the touchline.
Oh, oops, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to throw it there. Nah, Felix, man.
Delightful pass.
Yes, come on. Oh, that was close. That was close, Felix.
And a substitution in the offing. Inside the final 5 minutes now. Difficult to stop him. Joao Felix.
No, that I didn't even really know what I was trying there. So just forget I did anything there. But just pretend you didn't see anything.
And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here.
Okay, this is actually a very good result because not only are we winning, the goal difference is going to help us a lot to get us through the group stage. And if in our next game against Young Boys, if we play like at least also win it, then that's going to be good. Oh, unlucky. They're pretty easy to play against Young Boys, so I think our next game against them will also be a win. Now the perfect thing that can happen now is a Villarreal and Atalanta draw. If they draw, then we'll probably be top of the group. I'm usually confident of going through the group stage. Our last career mode, I also didn't really have any problems getting past. But that's a different game, so. But that being said, it's so similar. Like, just want to see here. Jones sale agreement. I actually hope it is because we've had a couple of deals fall through. Let's see what this group looks like. Oh, they drew. Perfect. Perfect. They drew 1-1. And our goal difference is 6/1. So, what's our next fixture? Next fixture is Villarreal. Now, but if you can beat Villarreal. No, our next fixture is Young Boys. Sorry, I didn't look right. Beat Young Boys. So from the last 3 games, if we can get 4 points, we should be fine. I think 4 points over those last 3 games will be more than enough. Let me just deal with this quickly. Usually I do this off stream. I just want to do this before. See what's going on here. Just because the message popped up. Jonesy. Tessie boss, what an experience. I want to say thank you for giving me a chance. You know. See, that's like, this is not a must win, but if you can win it, that will really give us a boost towards actually being in a title race. Because if Liverpool beats us, we can still recover from that, but it's going to be difficult because I don't see Liverpool dropping any points. They're still unbeaten, so they probably won't drop any more points against lower teams. That's gonna be the problem now. But at least if you lose against them, you can say, okay, well, it is a better team. Not like the Leicester City game. This is what I like. I like it when our training goes like this, where we have not enough players to put in training. Because it sounds stupid, but the more players you have available to do training, the less you're getting out of your players. So you want most of your players to be out on loan that you're not using. Because then at least the development doesn't falter. Because if you had basically, let me see, it's 15. Yeah. So you don't want more than 27 to 30 players available. So that's obviously your starting lineup, your substitutions, and not more than 10 or 12 other players in the reserves. So most must be out on loan. Otherwise, your training and your development, you won't get your players into the 90s, basically. So you'll probably have your first team getting into the 90s, but the rest of your team is not even going to come close to them. That's why in our previous career mode we had so many high rated players. It's because basically taking full advantage of your training, of your development, and not like like in development I've seen people do that where they just quick sim past that stuff just to get to the next game and then keep everyone on balance, and that's like you're not getting the best out of your players. I mean, that way, like for instance Rashford, and it's the same way, like it works exactly the same as 21-22. We had Rashford at 97 rated because I took full advantage of development and all that stuff. So if I didn't do that, he'd probably only have gotten to about 88, 90 maybe.
Well, everyone is happy here at Old Trafford for the time being. I say that because the sun is shining brightly. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player, Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It is Manchester United taking on Liverpool.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that
Wow, okay.
the game. And that,
Please, I just got a message.
You know, when Ronaldo is on the pitch, we tend to think he'll stamp his authority.
Please check.
What in particular do you
Please see your FIFA 21 DLC code.
I think we can expect goals if his form is anything to go by. You just hope that
I got this from
because most teams have really
the place I pre-ordered the.
with Fred in central midfield, and the starting role in attack is handed to Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's take a look at the Liverpool starting 11.
I can just tell this is going to be one of the best teams.
Starts with Andrew Robertson in the wide defensive areas. Toni Kroos plays alongside Thiago in central midfield.
Telling you, it's not going to be easy.
Today is Roberto.
That's why I say if you lose it, we lose it. But
Underway.
I've always said lose games against teams that are actually good, not against teams that's actually crap. But we need to win this. Otherwise it's going to be hard to get into the title race. Because to be honest, I see Liverpool getting well into the 90s when it comes to points.
On the flank here. And return to Mane.
And they already scored. They already scored.
A real jolt to the home fans.
It's like they're moving so quick. Damn.
Back in action. It's up to United now to be inventive.
It's insane. Like they move so quick.
Oh, a nice looking pass. Salah. Will struggle to get it away properly. Cristiano Ronaldo. Marcus Rashford in position.
Oh wow, okay. Shit. I didn't think we were gonna score. I thought like I was gonna come close, but nothing's gonna happen.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition.
And from the like when I saw I had Ronaldo out there, I wasn't actually sure how good he can cross anymore.
He smashes it beyond the goalkeeper. There's just no stopping that.
No disrespect to Ronaldo, but like I thought because he's a striker in the game, I wasn't confident.
Even Steven, one apiece in this match. Potential danger here.
Come on.
And it's Salah with the cross. Not all that convincing defensively. Cross. Well, fantastic reflex action from the goalkeeper.
Thanks, Daya. No, that's a trick. He's not gonna do that. Oh, he is.
Short corner routine. Struggling to get it away. Fabinho. And holding the ball up in a decent position. Well, the clearance half-hearted. And problem solved for now. Breaking at pace.
Oh, that was a poor ball.
But they took care of the situation defensively.
Come on. You see, this is what's annoying me, right? You see where the left was? Again. And by the time I saw it, I was already in midfield. The left was there where Pogba is. Like, since I did the career mode in 21, I saw that play instructions never really worked properly.
But a goal to update you on in the Brighton game, and that means we join Alex Scott.
It's a goal for Manchester City. They're the first.
Like, especially if you have to... The thing is, right? When you have to keep your eye on the ball and the opposition... Shit. So the thing is, when you have to keep your eye on the ball and your opponent, you can't be looking at the corners trying to see who you're controlling. And then by that time, it's too late. Your player is already out of position. So annoying. But the thing is, I think that will always be a thing in this franchise. Dude, he was onside! Well, he wasn't onside, but I thought he was onside. I know the game doesn't get it wrong. They won't get an offside decision wrong. It's always right.
Liverpool in a position of menace. Oh, a vital interception. Well, he failed to get it away properly.
I was just disappointed that I was offside there. Because if I was onside, I probably would have scored there.
For us, a goal at the Amex.
It's a goal for Brighton. It's all even Stevens at 1-1.
Even Stevens.
A chance to contemplate what is next, and perhaps a goal from this free kick.
Oof. Whoa!
Only by the crossbar.
Wow, that was close.
Well, they're
That was so
certainly
close.
closer. You just sense that the goal is coming. They're playing so well at the moment.
Like, I would even take a draw against Liverpool, to be honest. As long as they don't beat us. If they beat us, that's going to make things really difficult.
Looking for the right.
Because 3 points are not really that hard to make up. But if it goes to 6 points, and knowing they won't drop many points, that's going to be a problem. But Whatever happens, we're gonna have to take it.
They might be able to profit. Thiago. Easy meat for the goalkeeper. And apologies to Alex for having to interrupt her. The confirmed Brighton have scored in that match, and it's now even Steven.
Again, wrong guy on the ball.
Losing possession.
He did someone else rather than Varane on the ball there.
Salah. Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk with it. Thiago.
Van Dijk, man.
And Thiago. That's the kind of shielding play. Oh, excellent diving stop. And a short corner, let's see. Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
Yes, come on.
A real opening now.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes.
Simply can't stop him. No wonder he's celebrating.
Fuck you, Liverpool. But that was like that was almost like, look how long it took to control the ball. If that was Van Dijk and not Gomez there, and Van Dijk was next to me there. Oh, where is that Van? No, that is Van Dijk. Oh, freaking hell. That makes it even better that that's how close it was. Having Van Dijk right next to you on that one.
Showing a lot of guile there.
On FIFA 21, whenever Liverpool went behind, it was an easy game. But this is a different game, so I won't say it's gonna be the same. But I remember, like,
It's got to be. Still could be dangerous. And a goal. An end-to-end game.
you see, that's why. Not the same game. Like, what the hell was De Ligt doing there? He just needed to clear the ball. He just needed to clear the ball. That's all he needed to do. Like, and I couldn't take control of him. I don't know why I couldn't take control of him. I have a very strong feeling as to why I couldn't take control, but yeah, I won't say it.
Rafael Varane. Wan-Bissaka. And a last
Shit.
intervention. And we will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here. A terrific pass. Almost found its target, but cutting it out in the end.
Wow. Okay, 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 okay. We have a chance, we have a chance. Ah, I should have just gone for goal there. I should have just gone for goal instead of trying to make another pass.
Taking in this goal. The emphasis
I'd actually be fine with a draw,
consider based on what
as long as they don't
as the second
stretch even further up on the table, because 3 points on is not really that hard to make up over the season, because it's still super early in the season. But if we lose, it's gonna really be a big blow.
He's given it straight to the opposition. Salah.
Shit.
Well, a decent position for Liverpool to be in. Well, he went strongly into the challenge, and the result is a throw-in.
Ah, be in position for once in your bloody life. Relying on the system and the players disappoint you.
Firmino. Now Mane.
Oh, thanks, Daya. Why couldn't you play like that in the Leicester game? Even though you conceded 2 goals.
That's not a bad ball. Well, thumped clear. But I understand there's been a goal in the Chelsea match. Let's hear about that goal from Alex.
I can way too slow. is this running in quicksand? I don't know what it is. I might be imagining it, but it always feels like my players are slower than the opposition. Like it doesn't matter what my pace is on any player. Like I can have a 90 a player with 90 pace. Sorry, a player with 90 pace, and it always feels like they're running slow compared to how quick the other team is running.
Going short. Delivery from Salah here. Well, there's a keeper on song.
Well, how did he stop that? That's just unbelievable.
Damn it, they're all over us.
That's a short corner. Carabao Cup excitement to look forward to live here on EA.
Just ignore that next picture. Every game I play it shows that picture.
Well, I love the cup, and that will certainly
I
be
know
a good
some
fight.
people
Full of
probably
passion.
have noticed it already.
To match.
I just hope they fix it, just for like immersion's sake. It really breaks immersion if you see that every time.
And the keeper stretching to deny him. And they will make the change now. Over it comes. Not all that convincing defensively.
I'm telling you, the goalkeeping is like a million times better. You know how many of these goals that he's stopping I conceded in FIFA 21? Like, pretty much I would have conceded 8 goals already.
Elects to go short.
That's how good the goalkeeping is,
Salah with the cross.
even with him conceding 2 goals.
Clearance.
And you can't keep everything out. Look how many saves he's making.
But it wouldn't go in for him. Another
Like, they
corner.
dominating me in this game. No doubt.
And Liverpool free kick coming up.
And they probably deserve to dominate me, because
Keeper's ball.
they are the best team in the league so far.
About the fourth.
That's the main thing that annoyed me about the Leicester City game, because they were crap in the league.
Liverpool facing Arsenal.
Well, only 16 teams left, so that game will be fiercely competitive. Really looking forward to it.
Fabinho.
Like, it's one thing struggling against Liverpool, who is top of the league and unbeaten, then struggling against Leicester City, who's got 11 points from 8 games.
Well, they've won the ball back quickly. A bit of work to do and getting to that through ball, the goalkeeper.
I'm not confident about even keeping it at 2-2. That's why I'm saying I will happily take the draw.
The final 20 minutes of the game.
Like, no power, and why no power? It's like when you get, I don't know what it is, like, maybe I'm imagining it, but it always feels like when I'm,
Fabinho.
like, in that final third, everything slows down.
Milner.
I don't know what it is.
Henderson.
I mean, it can't just be a coincidence that it slows down
Back cross.
when you're just outside the penalty box. Like, a player can run quickly, but as soon as he gets there, he starts to go slow. Or he puts a decent amount of power behind his passes, but when he makes it there,
Centre.
there's no power behind it. I don't know what it is.
Every pass hitting its target. Alexander Arnold. And now Henderson.
Whew.
Dealt with it.
Can't bring Fernandez off. He has to stay on.
Corner kick played in. Well, they haven't overcome all their difficulties. Tremendous challenge.
Freaking! I'm telling you, he's making so, like, the goalkeeping is actually fixed. One thing they actually did is they fixed the goalkeeping. So, I mean, now imagine you getting Donnarumma, which I'm gonna buy Donnarumma next season because I couldn't buy him. He's unavailable to buy. Imagine we have Donnarumma, 90 plus rated goalkeeper in this side.
They need to get bodies back. On the attack, is there to be late excitement? And an example of a counter-attack that
Damn
went
it.
nowhere.
Again, is this thing where I have too much. Then this is me. This is not the game.
It's a good
This is my biggest fault in this game, is if I have too much time to think about something.
Oh, a perfectly timed pass.
Oh, so lucky. If I have too much time to think about
At least test the
how am I gonna get into that goal, then that tends to happen where I mess it up.
Crossing possibilities. Clattered away.
Come on.
Ronaldo. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. And it's a case of just 5 minutes left.
I'm telling you, I'll take this draw with a freaking smile on my face. The way this game is going, we don't even deserve a draw.
Goal at
We
this
deserve to lose this game.
Well, it's a really poor challenge. Now,
We deserve to lose by a couple of goals, to be honest. Not even one goal.
and we could see that one coming a mile away.
Well, he's been warned, so no complaints really.
It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack.
I passed the wrong side, wrong way.
Moving
Okay, I
forward
hope that doesn't come back to bite me.
Henderson. Mane.
Shit.
And back with Firmino.
Oh, thanks, Daya. Thanks, you saved my ass. Yeah, we'll take the yellow card. It's fine. It's fine.
This corner.
Just let's play the game.
Play has stopped. The referee can administer the booking.
Come on.
A terrific pass.
Ah, what the hell was that?
For winning back possession.
This is the worst pass ever. I've never... Like, that is probably my top worst pass
Mane.
I've ever made in this game.
Andrew Robertson.
At the most important time.
And crossed towards Roberto Firmino.
Again, he's saving my ass. This guy...
Well, that would have been
I want to see how many saves he made. I'm pretty sure he made like 10, 15 saves in this game. If not more.
And now the delivery. And they couldn't quite muster a real threat. Just made sure nothing came of that. Firmino.
Now it's basically just about
But he needs to be careful
keeping
here.
it at 2-2. I'll take
The
it.
referee brings this
Not what we wanted. We had chances to win, but we had way more chances to lose. So actually, in the bigger picture, that's actually a good result.
to Mane.
There's still only 3 points ahead of us,
The opening goal on the derby for
but we'll probably fall down to 4th or something like that, but it's fine.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Season is still long. If this was our second fixture against them, that would have been a problem, but I'm satisfied. Look at that, 20 shots on goal. 63, it's just they dominated us, I'm telling you. Look at that. They had more than twice. Jeez, we only had 2 shots on goal, I'm telling you, it's bad. But I want to see this. I want to see how many saves he made. Goalkeeping. Shots against 20, shots on target 17. Bloody hell, 50, I'm telling you, 10, 15 saves. 15 saves, look at that. Saves, I'm telling you, man of the match. He has to be man of the match. Who's man of the match? Let me see. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Definitely deserved. By a country mile, the best performance from a goalkeeper I've ever seen on any installment of FIFA. That was insane. And the funny thing is, we actually could have won this game. Because if De Ligt cleared the ball instead of just standing there, because I tried to take control of him. I don't know why I couldn't take control of him. Maybe things were happening too fast for me. But if I took control of him and I cleared the ball there, we would have won that game. Because Daya would have won us that game. And our morale would have been all the way full. The problem is, with this, there's like heavy static feedback when you do post-match interviews. I don't know if you heard it. That's why I have to skip those interviews, because I can't do that, because you'll run away. You see, you're gonna have to rest some players. At least it's just the Carabao Cup, so it's not too bad. At least it's not a priority for the, what do you call it, the board. I'm gonna bring these guys off. I'll keep them on the subs. Just in case we really need them to come on. So if things don't go well, by half time I'll bring Pogba and Fernandes back into the side for the second half. But I'd like to not bring them on, because that Spurs game is pretty close and they are fairly tired. Killed him almost. Okay, that's like tomorrow we might do 3 or 4 games. Our third game tomorrow is going to be the Man City game. So if there's an international break after the Man City game, we'll only do those 3. So we'll do either 3 or 4 on any given day, depending on what the international break looks like. Because if I do the international break with that training, it takes about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to get over those 2 weeks, because the game starts lagging as soon as you do the training. It takes like 4 times longer to get into the training and do the training every time because of that lag. So that's why if there's an international break, we'll end this team. But there might actually be that 2 weeks might actually be for the Carabao Cup or something. So it all depends on that. I don't know when the next picture is gonna be. You see, this one we should be able to beat this even without Bruno and Pogba. But I won't say we will, because you never know. Shit, I didn't look well. We didn't need to look at our side, so.
And Bellingham plays it back. Terrific piece of anticipation.
Bellingham, you almost made a name for yourself. You see, I want to get someone like Lunan in as my backup goalkeeper. So it all really depends what the funds look like, because I do want to trade someone in for Lunan. But I don't know what his rating is, so I'll have to check.
The edge of the opposing attack, and he read it superbly. You know, when Ronaldo is on the pitch, we tend to think he'll stamp his authority on the game.
Because next season I really do want to try to get Haaland and Donnarumma in. Those are my targets for next season, is Donnarumma first and then Haaland, if they have enough money. Well, we are getting in there. That's what I'm saying. If things don't go well and we bring Bruno and Pogba in, I'm pretty sure we can get over the line easily. Like, they've not really been playing well. What the hell was that? How was that a free kick? I don't even know what foul happened where. Was it because, did I get a handball against me or something? Must be. I do want to, there's a centre back I want to give a debut to, so I'd like to bring him on in second half. Oh, like, okay, that was my fault. Like,
So on they go again, and that really should shake up United.
but the fact that they didn't really do anything and they scored, it's okay because I think we'll get much more chances.
Might be onto something with that ball. Chance to play it in. And after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw.
Later pocketed Sancho.
Ronaldo. And dispossessed. Patrick Bamford.
As long as we don't start conceding more goals, I still think we can get back into this.
Lato.
I mean,
And players waiting in the centre.
if we really need to, we'll bring Pogba and Bruno on, and then things will change.
He takes aim.
How the hell? Oh man, I'm telling you. Let me do this. Damage control, screw that. Sorry, Bellingham.
Well, a second goal for them here.
I'll bring Bruno on half time.
Great pass.
Like, how the hell? They just turned into a better side all of a sudden. I'm telling you, it's insane.
Dallas. Isn't going to end up being productive for them.
Like, they did nothing in the first 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden, when they scored that goal, they turned into Real Madrid, prime Real Madrid or something.
Paul Pogba. And the ball with Alphonso Davies. Rashford. Now he must favour the cross. No
Damn
spinach
it.
from the goalkeeper. Routine. An alert intervention.
Come on.
Florian Grilic.
We were also lucky to get past West Ham in the previous round. So
Oh, he's through here. And it's there for him. And a goal. It was served up on a silver platter for him.
okay, still early enough. You see that, like that's the thing no one else should do.
It's an easy
And
finish in the end.
my substitute was crazy to bring Pogba off on at 20 minutes. But I will do it. If, I'm not scared to make subs.
So continuing with
Because
the
even though
United still behind.
the board expectation, they don't care about the Carabao Cup, I want to win it because it's a trophy.
Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. And the referee blows the whistle. It is a free kick. Played in there. And no problems at all for the keeper.
Come
Well,
on,
the counter chance looks very real.
come on.
Good profit from this situation. Oh, maybe the equaliser.
Oof.
And cleared away.
Again with too much time on the ball. My biggest problem.
Rashford.
Still have more than enough time. Like, we don't have to go ahead. That's the thing. We can end the game 90 minutes equal and we can still win because I am pretty decent against the AI in a penalty shootout. So I wouldn't say against other players, but the AI definitely.
Oh, terrific save.
Well, you're absolutely right. That's a top-class save. Just look how he reacts.
Well, they've won themselves a corner and a corner too close to the goalkeeper that time.
Oof. Damn it, what the hell? Crazy.
He's very adept
Crazy
at
day,
protecting the ball. Plays it back. Well, the post getting
Freaking hell!
and there it is. The goal
Damn it!
is in for security.
I almost thought I was lucky there.
They can breathe that bit more easily. So there it is, 3-1 the current scoreline here. defensive cover there on the flank. And let's give credit.
And the worst is this is against a rival.
Just 1 minute of stoppage.
And I don't like losing against the rivals.
Harrison. Can they get in behind them? Not to be in terms of the cross there. Goal kick coming up. So
Gonna have to bring Bruno on here. Let's see if just before, because I know it's gonna be all messed up now.
the teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. Harrison. Foul there. Free kick awarded.
We need to get this, like we need to get our second goal before 60 minutes at least,
Clearance wasn't decisive.
so we can actually get back into the game.
Well, nothing untoward happened. Now can they counter clinically? Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Showing considerable guile.
Yes, penalty.
Will be awarded a free kick for that.
They're gonna probably say this whole career mode free kick instead of penalty. And it's the first time I thought, what the hell? Why did they get a free kick? And then no, it was a penalty for us. Ah, fucking screw you, man. How did you get to the top corner?
So the corner played into the box. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. And problem solved for now. And the counter looks on here. Options available.
It won't be a strange match to lose this, but I don't want to lose it. I do still want to win the cup.
Precise ball movement.
Obviously, the most important thing for the first season at least is not getting the sack.
Favour the cross.
And so we can actually start building the team up and
Still there.
making it a decent side, because
Threat over
there are still
far.
some positions where I think is a little suspect still.
Oh, that's an interesting pass.
Yes, Ronaldo.
Cristiano.
That's what we needed. Before 60 minutes, we needed to get down to only being one goal behind.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They're so quick to get out from the back, and then the shot is emphatic. He strikes it with such power, the keeper has no time to react. What a good finish.
3-2 it is. Who would have predicted that before a ball was
The problem with my team at the moment
almost weighing
is
up the opposition with a strong
like the
lead.
gap between first team and the substitutes. That's my biggest problem.
Vision. How can he take them on and beat them? This looks promising. Well, the cross didn't get past the first defender. Struggling to get it away. Surely.
Ah, again.
Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them now with this buffer. So the current scoreline 4-2. And intercepts again. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. He has time to play it over.
I'm gonna have to do something insane, and I'm gonna switch things around and go all out attacking this thing. I just need to get to like
Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. Well, the post getting in the way there.
Well, I have to say, I thought that looked to be going in. It was such a good effort.
Let me do this because well, you have to do something. You have to do something crazy here. And it's gonna be a formation change. To bring on Felix here. Okay, do that, stay central. Stay wide, getting behind. What's that? 1-3-1, 1-3-1-3. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it's just a Carabao Cup. So even though I want it, it's not crucial to a season. So, and I actually should never sub Pogba and Bruno, but yeah.
And the cross into the middle. Defensive excellence there. Oh, big chance.
How is that not offside?
Oh, is he going to be punished here? Wonderfully weighted pass. Very clear who got the last touch. So a corner coming up. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Corner kick played in. Well, a bit short with the clearance. Well, such a high degree of difficulty. Not quite in the end.
Well, how good was that? It's such a difficult piece of skill, which he made look so easy. That deserved a goal.
Fred. Useful looking ball. Still
Ah!
dangerous. But offside.
Offside, well, it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Inside the last quarter of an hour. A very good tackle. Bamford. James.
James coming back to haunt us.
It's with Petros. Now, will they be
Yeah,
able to
the
play
changes
it
didn't
on?
really work, but
But
we
then
had to
the
try
goalkeeper's
something.
curse comes into
And
play.
the way we were playing wasn't even working to begin with, so...
Intelligent threaded pass here. Can they get in behind them? The clearance wasn't decisive. Something to worry about here. Oh, it was a crucial challenge.
What the hell is with this this
Well, this is
weak
certainly
passing?
live football, EA
Like
TV.
they're just touching the ball, but they're not.
Action from the Premier League. It's Leeds United. He just needs to stay level-headed now. And a good take under duress there. Getting in there to intercept.
Okay, we're not gonna get back into this game. I'm telling you now. I'd be surprised if we get another goal.
He must finish.
No, we lost this game.
To put the final stamp on it. That will do it. So they restart the game and only one team in it. Lovely first touch. That wasn't easy.
Because I changed formation, I tried to go attacking and it didn't pay
The
off.
final 5 minutes
So,
now.
yeah, it's okay. It's just terrible. Like, it doesn't affect the board expectations. And even though I wanted it, I'm not even upset about it.
It was. And a good-looking ball.
It's disappointing, but I'm not angry about it.
Well, the
If this
second
was the
half
FA
was
Cup, I'd
close.
be livid.
Manchester United a long way from
Well, if it was the FA Cup, I would never have brought Bruno and Pogba off to begin with.
The centre-backs and keeper, and to be fair, they've been poor, no doubt about that. But they haven't had much protection. There's been so much.
Well, he made great contact with that one, but the goalkeeper had his own ideas. Substitution time it is here. Well, dealt with that ball comfortably. He's in control of the situation.
Well, that's gonna be it.
Patrick Bamford. James.
It's gonna stay 5-2. I don't,
Here's
unless they freaking score another goal. It's not gonna change. Yeah, it's okay.
That's it, the final whistle, and the hosts
It's disappointing, but
Well, it was all a bit
it's
of
fine. It's just the Carabao Cup. So I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do the post-match interview off stream because of that static, but because it does help with the team morale. So tomorrow we'll probably only do 3 games, depending on whether there's an international break after the Man City game. So, but we'll see when we get there. It's gonna be it's 8 p.m. every night. Next week I might miss a day here or a day there, but for the most part 8 p.m. every day. Cheers guys.